Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's lesson is all about percentage calculations. Percentages are one of the most common topics in the Year 6 SATs. They appear in both the arithmetic paper and the reasoning papers. For the arithmetic, you'll complete calculations, and the reasoning papers, you'll have to apply percentages to solve real-life problems. The good news is that percentages aren't a completely new idea. They are closely connected to fractions and decimals. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to calculate percentages confidently and recognize quicker methods for solving SAT-style questions. Let's begin. The word percent means out of 100. The symbol for percentage is, we know that it's a circle, a slash, and a circle. So 50% means 50 out of 100. We can write that as a fraction, 50 over 100. 75% means 75 out of 100. 100% means the whole amount. Whenever you see a percentage, imagine it as part of 100. That's the easiest thing you have to remember and the most important thing. Remembering this will help you answer so many questions. These three forms all describe the same amount. For example, 50% is the same as 1/2 and 0.5. Another example, 25% is the same as 1/4 and 0.25. Recognizing these links will help you solve questions much faster. Let's calculate 10% of 80. 10% means divide by 10. So 80 divided by 10 equals 8. 10% of 80 is 8. Now let's find 20% of 80. If 10% is 8, then 20% is double that. So the answer is 16. Building percentages from 10% is a very useful SAT strategy. Let's look at some other common percentages. 50% means half. So 50% of 48 is 24. 25% means 1/4. So 25% of 80, which is 1/4 of 80, equals 20. Now let's find 5%. 5% is half of 10%. 10% of 60 is 6. Half of 6 is 3. Therefore, 5% of 60 equals 3. These percentages appear regularly in SAT questions, so they are worth memorizing. Let's calculate 35% of 200. Let's start with 10%. 10% of 200 is 20. 30% is 60. 5% is half of 10, so that's 10. Finally, 60 plus 10 equals 70. Therefore, 35% of 200 is 70. Breaking percentages into smaller parts often makes calculations much easier. Let's try a word problem. A class has 32 pupils. 25% of the pupils walk to school. How many pupils walk to school? Let's pause the video and have a go yourself. So 25% means 1/4. 1/4 of 32 is 8. So 8 pupils walk to school. Always think about whether a percentage can be simplified into a familiar fraction. That makes it a lot easier to deal with the numbers. Here are some common mistakes pupils often make. Adding instead of multiplying, forgetting that 10% means divide by 10, confusing 5% with 50%, ignoring the relationship between percentages and fractions. When you're stuck, ask yourself, can I use 10%? Can I use a fraction? Can I simplify this fraction? Can I break the percentage into smaller parts? Many percentage questions become much quicker if you know these facts. 50% is 1/2, 25% is 1/4, 75% is 3/4, 10% is divide by 10, 5% is half of 10%. These shortcuts save you valuable time during the arithmetic paper. Pause the video and answer these questions. Question 1. Find 10% of 450. Question 2. Find 25% of 64. Question 3. Find 15% of 80. Question 4. A shop reduces the price of a £40 toy by 50%. What is the new price? Try each question before checking your answers. Have a go and we'll go through the answers. Okay, let's go through the answers. So the first one, find 10% of 450. 10% means we have to divide by 10. So 450 divided by 10 is 45. First, question 2, we have to find 25% of 64. 25% is equal to 1/4, so we have to find a quarter of 64, which is 16. Question 3 is find 15% of 80. So what we have to do here is we have to find 10% of 80, which is 8, and then we have to find 5% of 80, which is 4, which is half of 8. We add 8 and 4 together to get 12. So the answer for question 3 is 12. Question 4 is 20. Because it's 50%, 50% is equal to a half. So a half of 40 is 20. So £20 is your answer. Well done if you got this right. If you didn't, keep practicing. You'll get it eventually. Today we've learnt that percentages describe parts out of 100. We've connected percentages with fractions and decimals. We've used efficient strategies for calculating common percentages. And we've practiced solving SAT-style percentage problems. Make sure in your papers, especially arithmetic, you show you're working, get marks for that. So these skills appear every year, and the more you practice them, the faster you'll become and the more accurate you'll get with the answers. In our next video, we'll move on to our final lesson in this section, which is fraction division. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.